But you're quite a lot in America at the moment, aren't you? Or
Yeah.
it seems to that you. How's that going?
Really
As a
well.
Brit in America.
Really well, really well. It's you know what? It's really simple to have one hit in America,
Really?
but the follow up and maintaining success there. Yeah, like every one of my peers has had a hit in America, and I think you kind of get it, and you're like, cool, that's done, and you move on to the next one. And I ended up staying out there and realizing that the second single is the biggest struggle, and kind of getting yourself cemented as a live act. I must have done like 5 tours there.
Yeah.
And like really cemented but yeah, it took a while. But America's one of these countries, much like Germany or France or, you know, Switzerland, but where once you have it, you're
safe.
You're kind of safe. Like Snow Patrol, their last like massive hit was Chasing Cars, which was, you know, close to 10 years ago, and they can still sell out huge venues.
That's wicked.
And you know, going on tour with them, seeing that you can maintain a fan base even if you can't just have radio smashes, because not everyone has radio smashes.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm always going to have radio smashes. But
You
I'd
don't
like
think
to.
so?
No, I've never really had radio smashes. Really, this song with Pharrell is the first one that's actually been.
Well, I can tell you, you know, I See Fire. That's been on the radio here everywhere.
But that's so weird because that song wasn't a hit anywhere. Like it's really weird.
No, over here we love that. Well, we three of us, three, we love that song.
Thank you. It's no, but that song's so. It's my favorite song.
I'm really surprised that you're saying this right now.
Well, it's my favorite song I've ever written. But when I wrote it, because it was on Universal and I'm on Warner.
Yeah.
Because it was on Universal for the Hobbit, we had to lease the song to them. So, but the deal was you can have the song, but you can't put it to radio. And they were like, cool, deal. So the song went out, and it, you know, I think it went like top 15 in England and top 20 in America and number 1 in New Zealand, obviously, because it's the Hobbit.
Hobbit, it has to be number
obsessed.
1. Yeah.
But so. And it just kind of went there and then slipped because no radio, we weren't pushing it to radio. And then suddenly, I'm like, oh, it's number 2 in Germany and number 2 in Switzerland and number 1 in Sweden and Norway and Iceland. And just like, so obviously someone from Universal here didn't get the memo and put it on the radio. And I'm so grateful they did it.
I was going to say, is that good or bad?
I've never had a hit in Germany, ever. Like, ever.
That sounds so weird to me because, obviously I don't like follow the German charts or everything or how the Germans take you or whatever, but I would have thought that you are quite big in Europe and all.
From a ticket point of view, I can sell arenas, which is all I've kind of ever wanted to do. But like in terms of like the success that I've had in England with songs on radio and chart positions, like and seeing them, because I never really had a hit in Germany, and then suddenly I See Fire, which isn't a hit anywhere else, is.
I love that. I really love that song, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
I sound like a fangirl right now.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how's life been going so far now with the tour and everything?
It's going great. Yeah, I'm really enjoying promoting new music.
Cool.
Actually having something new to talk about, something new to play.
Yeah. Does that get frustrating? Like, because I mean, obviously you do quite a lot of interviews. Don't you like somehow get sick of talking about the whole same topic over and over again?
It's not too bad now because I've done a lot more. So there's more to talk about.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not too bad now.
But there was a point in time where you were sick of it? Or?
Right at the beginning,
yeah.
Just because no one knew who I was. So the first question's always going to be the same. But then once you get over that initial slump, which was only about 6 months, it's been clean sailing from there.
You haven't changed, because like, you know when we met at the St. Gallen 2 years ago, and now I was like, before we met, I was like, oh, has he changed, obviously, with America and everything and the whole thing? But you haven't, it's, to me, as a person who's met you twice now, you haven't changed a bit. Is that common, or is that weird, or? I don't know how to interpret it now.
I don't, you know, America does change you, but it's whether you stay out there or like, I'd always come back for little periods of time to, I would be at an Oscars party with every A-list actor that is in my DVD collection, and then the next day in my hometown drinking a pint with my mates.
Cool.
So I think having that balance,
maintaining that thing, yeah.
Not being too glam and not being too down to earth, and kind of finding a middle ground.
Cool.
I think that's the key.
How was the Oscar party? Because I think that you're quite obviously a big film fan. So who was like the coolest person you met at that time?
I ended up having a conversation with Paul McCartney and then getting interrupted by Prince.
How dare he? How dare Prince?
I was just like, oh, you know what? You can have that conversation. Okay. So that was, that actor-wise, I don't know, because I don't really know any actors personally. Like I'd met Paul McCartney before, so it was easier to approach
nice
someone.
To see you again, blah, blah, blah.
So I was just looking at people. I bumped into Cameron Diaz. She's very attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was that. Okay. But yeah, I didn't really speak to anyone. Oh, I met the actress from 12 Years a Slave, and Gabrielle Sidibe, the girl that plays Precious.
Oh, she's wicked. Yeah. She's well cool. Who would you like to meet, or have you met everybody on your list?
Probably DiCaprio. I don't know. He's just never been
cool.
Never been in a bad film. I don't think anyway.
No, but it's always like the whole thing about like on the internet, everybody feels so sorry for him that he's never got an Oscar. That's the whole shebang about him, and everybody feels sorry for him.
I'm not sure he's going to care that much.
I wouldn't care if I would be Leonardo DiCaprio. I wouldn't.
I mean, he makes great films. He gets paid a hell of a lot of money. He sleeps with very, very beautiful women.
They're all blonde, lovely, gorgeous models.
Does he care about the Oscars, really?
I don't think so. It would be a bit weird if he would care about it.
Having a conversation with Bruno Mars after the Grammys, and he didn't win a Grammy. Yeah. And I think he's only ever won one Grammy. But he was like, yeah, I'm playing the Super Bowl next week, so okay. Yeah. It's not the worst thing in the world if you don't win.
It could be worse.
It's always nice to.
Would you ever play the Super Bowl if you could?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
I watched Bruno's performance, and he was so amazing and so fiery and entertaining. Yeah. I'm just not that. I don't think I could come with that because he's so slick.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, he's so cool.
But I just don't know if I could be that entertaining. I don't think I have.
I think you would be.
He has hits after hits after hits though, and in America, I'd just come on and
say hi,
play sing, and be like, hello
everybody, football, sport, yay. Yeah. But he played with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, that was wicked.
Yeah. Oh. They didn't have their instruments plugged in though. If you watch it, they haven't.
Do you play playback sometimes?
Yeah, when you have to.
When you have to,
you can't sound check for the Grammys. No, not Grammys. You can sound check for the Grammys. You can't sound check for the Super Bowl. And some TVs like the Voice, X Factor, some
that's
things
a
like
pity.
That. But I don't usually play with a band. That's the thing. So I'm usually just solo, so it doesn't really matter. But sometimes you have to do playback.
Cool.
Not vocal though.
Not vocal.
Or guitar. You can always get away with guitar and vocal.
Okay.